Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today I want to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Gear S in 2021. Now, this actually was my first smartwatch, and I absolutely fell in love with it from day one, mainly because the size of the display. Got a 2-inch Super AMOLED display. Huge, okay? Especially now, this came out in 2014, so we're talking 7 years ago. And also, one of the things that drew me to this, it has a curved display. So it curves right around your wrist. And I love that. Okay, you had your home button right here on the front. And when you put this on your wrist, I'm gonna show you real quick. It just curves right around your wrist. See, so I love that. So I fell in love with this when it first came out right off the rip. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this device was like $350 when it first got released. So it was pretty expensive. So I ain't gonna lie, at the time I wanted it so bad. I paid the $350. And to me it was worth it at the time. Okay. Now, this thing also has Gorilla Glass 3 on it. Okay. It's not IP68 water and dust resistance, but still, I have zero scratches on this. Like, I've had this for years and zero scratches on this display. And I used to wear this thing all the time, bumping it into things, and it should have been scratched, but it's not. It doesn't have not one scratch, no micro scratches or anything like that. Also, they give you 4 gigs of internal storage along with 512 gigs of RAM. Okay, you get one loudspeaker on here that's pretty loud, and you could actually change the band. You just, you know, take this down like that and just take this right out and just change the band. Now, the reason why I haven't changed my band is because you don't get this nice clasp. You know, you got the Samsung branding, but this clasp is so good and durable, and I just and it's really comfortable. Now, only reason why you may want to change the band is if you just want a different look, or maybe you want a different color, which you could do, but it's just something I just don't want to give up this clasp. I just love it. It's just so durable. Now, I've loved this device for a long time. I still love it to this day. Here you can see you get your notifications down here. Now, the thing that's good about these notifications, look, because of how big the screen is, say you want to look at your email, you can see the whole email because the screen is so big. Look, you just keep scrolling down. You can read the whole email without even having to open up your device. So that's the benefit of having a display this big. See, you see all your notifications right inside here. Get all your notifications in there. Say you want to go to weather, check out the weather. Click that. You can see the weather. So you just scroll down. So I love this display. It's so big. Let me scroll over. And then you can scroll over and see your notifications that way. Just keep scrolling. So I absolutely love that. Okay. Now, if you go this way, you can control your media, you know, music, things like that, video, whatever's playing on your device. Here is Samsung Health, which you can see my steps, exercise, heart rate, sleep. You can monitor your sleep, the sun's UV. You can get that. Also, here you got your temperature there. Also, what you got to do for the day. Pictures of people I call, just hit that. It'll automatically, you decide whether you want to send them a text or you're going to send them, call them. If you're going to text them, you get a full keyboard. Look at that, a full keyboard. That's not hard to navigate. So that's cool. I love that. All right, so scroll down, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Now, when you want to get to the other settings, well, this is how bright you want it. Get your battery percentage. You scroll up. Here you got all your other settings, recently used apps, contacts, phone, email, messages, your schedule, all the settings, navigator, S Health, got a Nike app, music app, news briefing. Now you go into news briefing, basically you can go in there and get news. Now it says here network error is concerned, so I'm not going to be able to show you the the news briefings, but you could actually get the news and actually read it. like read a whole page of news. So I tell you, I still like this. You can use different um, faces, watch faces. Here you got different ones you could choose from. Don't have a whole lot, honestly. You got a few digital ones in here, so the one I'm using now is probably one of my favorites, but you can use different ones, as you can see in here. So I'm gonna go back to the one I had. I like this one because I can see my battery percentage, I can see the weather, I can see the date, and I can see how many notifications I got down there. So for me, I still like this device a lot. Now I don't use it like I used to, but I'm not selling it. I'm not giving. I'm going to keep this because right now. Matter of fact, today I'm gonna start wearing it. I really miss it. Like I put it on, it's so comfortable, wrapped right around my wrist. So I'm gonna start using it again. But I don't know what the going price is for it right now. I haven't checked. But if this is something you're interested in, if you're the type of person that want a more futuristic type of looking watch as opposed to the typical circular watch. Now the Gear S3 is my favorite smartwatch, period. That's my favorite smartwatch, period. And that never comes off my wrist really. And then the Huawei watch that I forgot what year I got that, but I like the Huawei watches too. I just wish the watch faces were a little bit bigger. Now I prefer a big watch face, and I wish Samsung would make a bigger watch face. It seemed like they're making them smaller, or go to a 48 or a 50, size display. Just make it bigger, like for men that like big watch. Most men like big watch faces. I know I do. Like a lot of guys I see on my job, they like big watch faces. So, make a small one for the ladies and make medium, and then make a really big size for the guys that like big watch faces, and make a really nice design. The last few years with the Galaxy watches that have come out after the Gear S3, I haven't been impressed. Like, seriously, not impressed enough to want to buy them. And especially with the last Galaxy watch that just came out, they took away the rotating bezel. And that's the reason why I got the Gear S3 to begin with, because of that rotating bezel. And they made it software where you could, spin around with your finger on the screen, but that's not the actual bezel turning. So I'm not interested in that. So I'm just going to keep using my Gear S3, and I'll, use this on occasion, and also my Huawei watches. I love those too, and I'm going to use those. So I still think this is a good watch to pick up if you can, if this is the kind of something different you like. Now, the reason why I got this too, y'all remember the Note Edge, when you had the little curve on one side of the screen? Now, when I got that phone, I had to have this because it was like I got the curved display that it never been done. Samsung did it first. It was only on one side, but I loved the way that looked. It looked so futuristic. And then I had this curved smartwatch. So that's the main reason why I got this. And I just love how big it is. Like I said, I like a big display. So that was my take on the Gear S in 2021. I still think it's a great watch to consider picking up to this day. You still get a whole day worth of battery life easy. Sometimes you can get like a day and a half, but it varies depending on how long you've had the device. You can get it attachment where it's like a battery pack that comes with it if you get it new, and it's separate, but the pin seems to break easily, so that's the only problem you'll have with that. You may have to buy some extra ones because it's a battery thing that clips on the back, and then you got to plug it in to charge it, and it doesn't charge super fast, but hey, it's old. All right, so thank you for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody out there is doing well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.